Welcome to Business with the Donos, where we talk about family, business, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jade Dono, and I'm here with my dad, Paul Dono. And Django, who's standing on the windowsill, ready to bark at any point. So this episode, we are talking about the exit-ready mindset. Ooh. Building a business that doesn't depend on you.
Oh.
Ooh.
You quite like that, don't you? Something that doesn't depend on me.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you'd
that
rather
is the
me
goal.
not be there, really, don't you? And just sort of like play golf and keep out your hair.
Yeah, actually. See, everyone thinks I don't want Dad to go play golf. When the reality is very different. Dad breaks all my systems.
It's lucky in May when Matilda comes that I get a good chance to really test your system.
I'm actually panicked about that, to be quite honest. But there we go. So we've thought of this business topic because we're having a few businesses selling.
Quite a few, yeah.
At the moment. I think there's a big nationwide thing. I know I've listened to a few podcasts where they're saying it's a big thing. Baby boomers are getting to an age where they want to sell their businesses. And
why are you looking at me like that?
You are a baby boomer. You're not selling though.
No, I'm not.
But baby boomers, and obviously there's a lot of them, are now thinking of selling. They're getting to an age, and so there's an awful lot of businesses up for sale at this moment in time. So something to think about, and this is like a little example, is if you went on a 3-week holiday tomorrow and turned off your phone, would your business be thriving or would it be dying when you get back? For most directors, I think it doesn't cope. They wouldn't take a 3-week holiday.
Oh, I would.
You would. But today we're talking about getting that exit-ready mindset, not necessarily because you are selling tomorrow, but because a business that can run without you is the only business actually worth owning. Because otherwise you've just got a job, haven't you?
You
really?
have. Yep.
You're just working. So, my first little talking point is the owner's trap.
The owner's trap?
Yeah, this is the first point.
Is this all about, I can do it better, so what's the point in showing someone else?
Sort of, yeah. It's defining the doer, so the person who's doing all the work, and then the CEO, the person who's like actually building and leading the business, and making sure there is a differentiation between the two sorts of people. I think a lot of owners feel like they have to do everything.
Yeah.
Especially as small businesses. Feel like they have to do everything. They have to be the best at everything. Whereas in reality, that's not the case.
Yeah, I think, I've read quite a few of Richard Branson's books, and I think that the underlying theme there is he always employs people that are better than him.
Yes.
And I think that's quite true. You know, if you employ people that have got skill sets that are better than yours, well, why wouldn't that be an issue? Exactly.
It is getting those people through the door. And I watched a YouTube video of, well, it might have been a TikTok video actually, of Alex Hormozy. TikTok, not Tiki-Tok.
Not Tiki-Tok.
Oh my goodness. Of Alex Hormozy, who's another business person. And he was talking about people in your business. You get different categories. You get C players, B players, A players. And your A players are the ones who are better than you. And you want those.
Yeah.
And then obviously it goes down. B players are sort of solution driven but won't take action. And C players are your people who won't do anything unless you tell them.
Yeah.
Ideally I think you want a mixture of people, to be fair.
You do.
But it is making sure that you're not the doer.
Yeah, well, I do try and make sure that quite a lot.
You do. And then you'll come in and you'll try and do stuff like how we've done it years ago, rather than...
Well, it worked back then.
We've always done it this way.
Absolutely.
Terrible. So, if you are, not replaceable in your business, then you've got a problem. If you are completely irreplaceable, the business cannot run without you, that is a problem. If you want to sell,
Yep.
that is problematic, because if the business can't run without you, how are you going to sell it?
Yeah, absolutely. And the valuation actually changes dramatically if it can run without you.
Yes. Yes, it does. So you need to shift. If you're listening to this and you're like, my business can't run without me, I am the doer. You need to shift your identity really from being the expert, from being the doer, to being like the leader, the one who's directing things but not doing the things.
Yeah.
So I have an example as well here.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Am I going to cringe at this example?
Maybe. So my example is, think of a high-end restaurant where the owner is also the head chef. If the chef gets sick, the doors literally close.
Right.
Contrast that with a franchise model where the system produces the result and not the individual. It doesn't have to shut.
Like McDonald's.
Like McDonald's.
Burgers are burger.
I mean, I know that's not a fancy restaurant, but...
Well, some people's fancy.
But maybe, but...
Get you. Not everyone can go to...
I said a high-end restaurant. No one's putting McDonald's as high-end, are they?
Some might.
Either way, if you do look at a franchise model, there are processes and systems in place to make sure, like with McDonald's, that burger is the same every time, no matter who's cooking it. You've not got the owner of McDonald's in each restaurant.
So Ronald McDonald can't cook it all the time?
No, Ronald McDonald's not there all the time.
Oh.
But if you've got a restaurant and it cannot run without you because you're the chef, you're the owner, you're the marketer, like, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Unless your name's Ronald.
You're in this mood today. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
So what you're saying is your processes have to be absolutely spot on.
They do.
And to be replicated.
Yes.
That's what you're really saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's
so
what my example said.
It doesn't have to be Ronald.
It doesn't have to be Ronald.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have to be systemised.
Yes.
And have processes so the business can run without you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, I think one of the problems as well, and you have to figure out, is where is the friction? What are the things you are doing that no one knows how to do? So, it is identifying those things and then making sure there's a process for them.
I think in our office, what people can't do is put the cardboard out into the recycling.
People can do it, they just don't do it.
That's the job I did today.
Dad's in this mood today. This is what I'm having to deal with, people. Pray for Jade.
Yeah. There aren't actually many jobs in our business that people can't do that I do. Some might choose not to do it because they may have not done it before or only done it once, but then once they've done it once, they're an expert.
Yeah.
So I think it's more a case of if they choose not to do it, then you've got to teach them how to do it.
Yes.
So in our business, I think, without exception, everyone can do the job that I do.
Yes.
And obviously we're talking about exit here. I do all the exits, but it is something we can teach other people. And as we get more, I'm not going to be able to do all of them. But that's probably the one job that I do that no one else does.
Yes.
I mean, I don't do accounts anymore, do I?
No, you don't, thank goodness.
Yes, and that's what everyone says. I did a few tax returns in January.
You did?
Hopefully they were all right. But that was only to help other people.
Yeah.
So, and obviously chasing up the main tax return I did, which was yours. You left it to the last minute.
I did not. I did it in like August.
So rude. So those sort of jobs are done by other people in our office.
Yeah.
The reviews now, a lot of them are done by other people.
Yes.
So.
And we have a plan as well. So we've got a plan to get you out of some of the things. Not necessarily the exits, but the reviews that you are in. We've got a plan of how we sort that in the future as we grow. Yeah.
But small business owners, though, the biggest... And I speak to so many, even in my profession. And they'll turn around and say, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
I do this because it's easy to divide. I can't afford to spend £24,000 on someone. Mm-hmm. But what they forget to look at is it's £2,000 a month.
Yep.
So when you break it down, you could give it a go.
And if you're getting the work in, then
yeah,
why is the problem?
I know. I spoke to someone the other day, and they were like, "Oh yeah. When we get this in and this in, this in, then I'm going to recruit." And I'm like, "But you'll be at breaking point. You're not going to be able to recruit because you're going to be firefighting and not spending your time trying to find the right people. So get them in."
And this is where I think, if you are starting out and you're not recruiting yet, and you're like, oh, but that's going to take me so much time and hassle to train someone. There's a lot of tools you can use now, and you can start now before you even get someone.
Yeah.
You can do like Loom videos of how to do things. If you don't have Loom, you can't afford Loom, don't want to pay for Loom, you can record on Teams as part of your Microsoft package or Google Meets. You can just record what you're doing on the screen. You can do scribes. There's so many tools now to help you make those instructions and to make these processes. I still think sitting down with someone and showing someone something is really valuable, but you can really easily now make instructions, and you can start now on...
It's just having that vision, isn't it? It's having the vision to say, right, okay, I want to exit in 20, 30 years or a couple of weeks. And then actually having that plan to get to that point.
Yes.
What's ideal, what team people do you need, what systems do you need? And they're all going to evolve anyway. But just get to the point where you're no longer, I wouldn't say needed, but as you say, can take a 4 or 5 week holiday and not actually worry about it.
Exactly. And I think one of the key, if you do have a team, one of the key places that you can know that you are completely dependent on in your business is if you go into your office and your team are asking you question after question after question after question. That probably means they're depending on you too much, and you need to sort that. Yeah,
and their mindset's not quite right. It's easy, isn't it? It's lazy to go and ask a question rather than think for yourself.
Yes. So I've got a little bit of homework for any business owner that this is really relating to, and it's a holiday test.
The holiday test?
Yeah.
Oh, where can I go?
Yeah, so not you. You've already done this like 5 times this year. Maybe not 5. I might be exaggerating. So you book a long weekend.
Okay.
Away.
Yep, done that.
See, I told you. See how that goes. Then book a week and then a 2 week. See what happens. See where the problems are, and then do those Loom videos, those scribes to fill those problems.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my little bit of homework.
Excellent.
Telling people to go on holiday.
Great. I've done that though.
Well,
I know it's not all about me.
It's not about you. This is my help.
Yeah. You're having a couple of weeks off in May.
Right. I've lost my train of thought now because of you.
Okay. I'll follow the process.
No. So I've said about building your Loom videos, your scribes. You really want 80% of what your business to be done is to be systemised.
And mix with people that have done it, that are growing their businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do that, and those that have exited, ask them what is it that they would have done differently.
Yeah. And this is where you can learn about these tools and things that are available to you on your own. You're not on your own. There are plenty of other business owners that can help.
Yep, absolutely.
So your standard operating procedures, that's what you need. So you'll start seeing like the word SOPs around. If you're on Instagram like me and have got business things, everyone talks about SOPs. It's a corporate word.
I've got pink ones.
No, SOPs, not socks.
Oh.
Standard operating procedures. This is what something like Scribe is great at, because you can literally do what you want to do on the screen, and it will record it as instructions. And then
it's a really good bit of kit. I used it the other day.
It's really good.
I know. You've been going on
I've
about
been
it for
telling you
ages.
that it's really good for ages, and you're like, just do a Loom video.
Yeah.
But sometimes
I sent someone a scribe. It was great.
Some of the scribes are better. And then if you do it like that as well, it's not a really, really, really long, boring document. It is just, this is exactly what you do. Anyone can follow a scribe, pretty much. You want to also create a culture within your team that they update these things. So if you've got an outdated one, your team are comfortable to update it if they know the process has changed. So it's like a living thing. It's not a static thing, because processes change all the time, especially with technology changing. So yeah, you have to do that. So another thing you can do, and we've mentioned this a lot on other podcasts, is if you are dependable, you can't afford another member of staff, or maybe you don't want to, it's leveraging the technology to also plug those gaps. Maybe write out everything you're doing and see where the technology can.
And outsource. You know, I'm not talking about just overseas, outsource in the UK as well.
Yeah.
How many times have we spoken to small business owners saying, I can't answer the phone? Get a phone answering service.
Yeah.
It's not expensive. Add it into your costs.
It's not. And if it's going to save you hassle, do it. One of the things I've written down, because we've got a real life example, is our new dashboard. Managing the workflow used to take quite a lot of time. And now it's a dashboard that we've made. There was quite a lot of upfront work, but we've made this dashboard. And now it doesn't really need any input.
No,
it's just done.
And it is actually showing some improvements as well, isn't it?
It is.
So.
Yeah, well, it's put, in terms of the team, in a different sense, it's put a little bit more pressure on, because I put it in the WhatsApp group every single day.
Yeah.
And now people are working to
but
get
that's
those
getting your
numbers down.
processes right, isn't it? Getting, obviously, stuff that you were doing to more automated as well.
Yeah.
So you can have your couple of weeks off in May.
Well, exactly. This is why, although we're not, selling our business, we've worked with people who are selling, but obviously I am going to be having a bit of time off. So it is...
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
No. It is making sure that I can go off without any hassle or worries or stress as well, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to leverage the technology to plug some of those gaps, which is definitely an area that I'm hot on. Okay, so my example for this bit with the technology, it's called the bus test.
The bus test.
Which isn't ideal, but it basically says, if a key employee or you were hit by a bus tomorrow, can your business still run? Can everybody see how to do their job?
Apart from the bus driver.
Apart from the bus driver. But you get the idea. Someone doesn't have to be hit by a bus. That seems a bit dramatic. But if somebody did go off unwell or on maternity leave, like myself, can that job be done by others? Do they know what to do? Do they have any idea what that person does? That's really important. And we do often say that to people in our team. What happens if you go off sick?
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we can cover. Something we've sort of already mentioned as well in terms of hiring people is hiring for the future, not just to fight fires.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's in planning, isn't it? You've got to plan your business to be able to hire that person.
Yes.
We know what type of person we want in a year or so's time, don't we?
Yes.
So we're working towards that type of person.
We are. But yeah, you don't want to just be hiring someone to fight the fires. You want it to be future-proof.
Yeah.
And to help with your growth. And to support, if you do want to sell, to support that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wrote here very eloquently, to stop hiring helpers and start hiring owners of specific outcomes.
Yes.
Which I think is nice.
How enlightening.
How enlightening. Thank you. So, as well, you want your team to be able to fail and to be comfortable to fail. This helps with the question thing we were talking about earlier. If your team are comfortable to make a mistake or fail, they'll learn more. Obviously, you don't want them to make massive mistakes, but they've got to be able to learn, develop and grow without feeling like they need to ask you for every single little bit. That's really important, and that builds a better culture where the team are more comfortable and able to do their job. So in terms of getting an exit ready valuation, this is why less you equals more value.
Yeah, it does. So, I mean, a lot of people go EBITDA this, EBITDA that, which is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. And then some specific industries have multiples of that. So if you've got a business that, let's say for argument's sake, I don't know, take our business, and I don't know exactly what the EBITDA is for us, but let's say the EBITDA is 4 times earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. And that is because it is dependent on you. A lot of accountancy practices is dependent on the owner.
Yeah.
But if you've got a business that's exactly the same as the guy on 4, but getting an EBITDA of 8 or 10, the reason for that is A, it's not dependent on the owner, and B, it's got recurring revenue. So you look at your industry and you look at what makes that exit figure high.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're probably near the higher end of our industry because we've got recurring revenue and it isn't completely dependent on me.
Yes.
But that's been done on purpose, not just to give me more holidays, although that's quite nice. So you've got to look at industry, you've got to look at A, how can you remove yourself from that industry, and B, what do you need to change within your business that has a higher multiple. Some industries are, you know, the people will buy on a gross profit percentage or multiple, some will do it on turnover, but a lot will do it on this EBITDA figure. I don't always agree with EBITDA, but at the end of the day, what also comes to mind is that, you know, someone might come up with a 20 million valuation, but if people are only prepared to pay 2 million, it's only worth 2 million, regardless of EBITDA, turnover, or anything else. So if you are, I would say, if you are planning to exit, you need to have at least 3 years worth of planning to get you in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think buyers as well, they look at risk, and having a founder-led business is deemed as high risk. What happens if something happens to that owner? Like, it's a high risk, whereas if it's system-led, then it's low risk, which is far more
they get better value on, you know, at the end of the day, if someone's buying you, it's not to do you a favour, it's to enhance their business.
Yeah.
So they want a return of their money. Well, why wouldn't they?
Yeah. And the next thing I've got on here as well for evaluation is don't depend on your director's loan too much. You want to separate your personal life from your business to show your proper profit.
Which is why you need, in my opinion, you need that 3 years, 3 to 5 years, because a lot of people have a small salary, high dividend. We've seen, certainly from examples that we've done, that's not always the best when you're trying to sell. Get a salary that works for you, put that through. Might not be the most tax advantageous, but, you know, if you need 100k out, you have a 100k salary.
Yeah.
You know, because buyers just don't want to deal with that dividend side of things. No,
they don't. They don't. They want to know the true value of the business. Yeah. So I've written a little example here as well. So if you have two identical companies, say company A makes 200k profit, but the owner works 60 hours a week, but company B makes 180k profit and the owner only works 5 hours, company B will probably still sell for the higher multiplier.
Absolutely.
Even though it's making less money.
Yes, indeed. And, you just need to work with a partner that's able to identify that, work with you on that, and move that forward for you.
Yeah. So my tip to end this is, apart from book yourself a little weekend away to see what's going wrong, another thing you can do is just create a quick spreadsheet, Word document, whatever, of every task you did this week. You then want to go through, highlight anything that didn't require you to do it. You could have got someone else to do. And then you can also go through and highlight anything that could be done automatically through software. And then with one of the tasks that didn't require you to do it, that someone else needs to do, you need to pass it on, make a scribe for it. That's my homework.
That's a good bit of homework.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Do you want to do it for me?
No.
Why not?
I already do all this for you.
There you go, see?
Anyway, on to our unfiltered minute.
Unfiltered?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
What's yours?
I think I'm going to go back to something that's been a recurring theme. So I'm off to AAT HQ tomorrow.
Okay, just for our listeners who don't know what the AAT is,
So that's a professional body, Association of Accounting Technicians, based in Canary Wharf. So I'm going there and we're going to talk about apprenticeships, why small businesses aren't employing apprentices as much as they can, and also whether or not the examinations and the learning from professional bodies is actually good enough for the workplace. I think, my opinion, AAT are doing a really, really good job, but I don't necessarily think some of the other professional bodies are.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, and that's all stemmed really from some of the stuff I've done on LinkedIn recently, because people have got to be work ready, and it is changing so quickly.
It really is, and I think it's not just the AAT, it's a lot of professional bodies, a lot of examination boards. It's all outdated, but they can't change it quick enough
No, they can't.
to keep up.
Yeah.
And people aren't ready for the real world. And I think, like, even with my MBA that I'm doing online...
You did an MBA?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Even with that, I think... I mean, I'm doing it through the apprenticeship, which we said last week is good because you have to apply it to your business. If you wasn't doing it through your apprenticeship, it would be very hard to understand how it relates to real life.
Yeah.
And you could go in somewhere and you'd be like, oh yeah, I've got my MBA, like I got all these buzzwords and acronyms, but you wouldn't actually know.
Oh, acronyms.
How to
Don't
apply
get me
it.
onto acronyms. I hate acronyms. Why do everyone want to use acronyms?
That is if you're on one of these courses, it's acronyms everywhere.
Oh my goodness. I like to play thick on acronyms. What does that mean?
Anyway, it's pretty much all of them are not preparing you. And I know last year we went to a debate, didn't we, about apprenticeships, like in the workplace and university degrees, and it was a big debate. We actually went to like the Cambridge debating halls. It was really cool.
We did.
And they debated this exact point.
Yeah.
In that university degree may not equip you for a real world job. I mean, I think there's a lot of other benefits to going to university and stuff, but
you met Josh there.
I did. But there's a lot of other benefits and things to going. But I think there is definitely an argument to be had that the course wouldn't necessarily prepare you for real life unless things change. Yeah. Anyway, my unfiltered minute.
Oh, what about you now?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Go on then.
I went to London at the weekend on Valentine's Day, and I thought it was going to be really busy, but it actually in the morning wasn't busy at all. The afternoon was really busy, but morning. And I went to go see Hadestown on the West End, and I would very much recommend it. It was really, really good. It's not your thing.
No.
No.
I'm already asleep.
But it was a really, really good show. I would anyone who likes a musical like me, I would recommend going and seeing it. Won a load of Tony Awards when it was on Broadway. I mean, it's still on Broadway, but it's when it first came out, it won a load of awards. Music's really good. The cast are really, really excellent, and it's different to any other musical that I'd seen. So really, really great. Go see it if you like a musical like me.
I think I'd prefer to watch that musical than watch England against Scotland at the weekend. So there you go. But I am going to see England-Ireland this weekend.
Oh, hopefully
so
that's better.
I'm going to London too.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Alrighty then. Well, we shall see you next week, everybody.
We will.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.